Good morning, my garden friends, and a happy Sunday to you. This is July the 11th, and last week we celebrated 4th of July, and this week we are celebrating, still making it through another hot summer week here in Windermere, Florida, Zone 9B. We're very close to Disney World. It's actually, if you pan down here and go to the end of our street and you fly over those trees 1 mile in that direction, that's south, you would line up with Main Street USA of the Magic Kingdom. So it gives you exactly where I live. And but I wanted to this is just a short video, I hope, and it was just to show you the old line in real estate that says, what are the 3 most important things in real estate? And it's 1, location, 2, location, 3, location. And this is the giant Japanese red spinach that I started growing probably, I think, in March, February, March. And I didn't bring these out until April. And as you can see, I've left a few of them go to seed because I really just wanted to see what these seeds would look like, how they would flower rather. And they seem to be flowering quite nicely, and I think I can see, let me pull back, I can see a couple little seeds in these little heads. But I wanted to show you something, and that was that how big these have gotten. And I'm tempted to kind of pull one out and show you the size, but I think you can see those are pretty close to 2 feet across, I would guess. I have an 8-inch hand span, so that's, 8, 16, 24. That's a good 24 inches. And we have been eating off of these. We pull the bottom leaves off so that the top part can still keep growing. And I've recommended this green several times because they are just delicious, and they have a spicy flavor. Tastes a little like a wasabi, and it is, the Japanese red mustard. So, Japanese just love wasabi. And but I wanted to show you the difference. Now I'm going to be taking you past my neighbor's AC units, so it will be loud. Their house is always set in the 60s, so they, here in Florida especially, they have to run it pretty much nonstop, I think. But anyway, we'll just go by this side. This is the north side of our home. Those were viburnum that need to be trimmed, but I like to hand trim these. I think you guys have probably watched me do that. And aloe that I started out with 1 small aloe. I've given away a couple hundred over the years, and they keep growing. They're very prolific. My mulch of choice is actually grass clippings. I put down cardboard first, and then I put down grass clippings on top. And over the year, the cardboard will totally disintegrate, and the worms come up, and the grass clippings will also disintegrate. But this is my original crotons that I planted as just little, I think they were like a little 6-inch pot. And I've had them for now almost 13 and a half years. And just take you through here. And I know I need to get out and get these logs and get them taken care of, but they're weathering so nicely here that I almost hate to move them. And you can see how the bark separates from the actual wood and just leaving something really pretty behind. So I think they're going to be something used in my garden. But what I wanted to show you, we did have Hurricane Elsa come through 4 or 5 days ago, and as you can see, we really fared quite well. But that isn't what I wanted to show you. I'm getting sidetracked here. But the plumeria still look pretty, don't they? Okay, so moving right inside. This was what I wanted to show you. My back porch still looks pretty. I'm pleased, even though it's hot and everybody's looking like they just want to faint a little bit. But my Meals on Wheels. My neighbor gave me these last December, I think. She was moving, and I put them, Rick glued them on wheels on the bottom so that I could move them back and forth. But this is also the giant Japanese red mustard, and you can see, again, here's my hand span. I mean, let me back it up. It's barely 7 inches across, and these have been growing a month longer than the ones that were outside and in full sunlight, full morning sunlight. And the interesting thing is, because they're so small, it's like even though the leaf hasn't grown any bigger, the amount of hotness, is that the right term for it, is concentrated. I guess if you were somebody who loved the heat being so incredibly spicy and it just about takes your tongue off, for me anyway, Rick said they're not that spicy. But, I don't eat peppers, and he does. But anyway, it just shows you again, location, location, location. And that if you have the opportunity to plant your seeds in the ground, that's the place to do it, especially if your soil is warm and you're getting a nice amount of moisture and, all the things that are really important to a plant. So let me just walk you back out so that I can say goodbye to you properly. It is a pretty day here. It's only 78 degrees Fahrenheit. There we go. It is 78 degrees Fahrenheit here in Florida, but our humidity is 92 degrees. And boy, that really makes a big difference. It can be 90 degrees, but if the humidity is lower, you really don't feel it. But back to location, location, location. Now here's where the sun is going to come up. This is the east side. You can see the sun is just starting to peek over those. And it will come over and it will hit these, all these plants here. And that's the first location. The second is it gets a great amount of water because we irrigate almost every day because of this heat. And then the third is that this is my neighbor's side, and his irrigation, he has heads that are here and up there, and when they shoot, they're watering his half of this little swale area, and of course, it comes across. The heads he uses are the smallest, and they're a 10-foot spray, and so 10 feet is right to my house, and so they get plenty of water, as does everything on this side and our side too. But really, if you get a chance, I bought them from Baker's Creek Heirloom Seeds, and I will certainly put in an order for next year. And by the way, the packet came, I probably don't need to buy any more seeds because it was a lot of seeds for a few dollars. So it's certainly, if you're thinking that how much do I have to spend to have a nice garden, they're a pretty good company to go to. So anyway, I will leave you with that. I hope you like my channel. If you do, I hope you'll subscribe. It's free to subscribe. If you hit the bell, then you'll get all the notifications, and I can come and see you again. So take care and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.